Hey, how's it going? Jason here. And in this episode, we're going to be working on this John Naka tree I have right behind me. So what we're going to do on this tree is we're going to remove all the old wire that's on it. We're going to remove the raffia and then fix up the deadwood and make this look nice. So right around here, I'm removing the raffia that I used to bend the branch down. I'm just taking care to make sure I don't damage the branch itself or the foliage. And so here I'm cleaning up the live vein just so that there's some spacing between the deadwood and the live vein so that it exaggerates the live vein a little bit more. And the chisel helps me do that so I can get into the grooves, get some of the dirt, and find the lines in between the two. And as I move to the thicker part of the live vein, I can use my chisel to peel away some of the outside layers to expose the inside layers, which are a little bit more red and more vibrant. And as I peel away more on the live vein, I'll expose that point where it becomes the deadwood and be able to exaggerate that a little bit more, especially when I move to bleaching the deadwood. And here I'm using some water along the live vein and spraying it so when I brush it, the red will pop out a little bit more. And it'll make it a little bit easier to brush as well. So here's where I had to break out the die grinder just to get some of the dirt off of the deadwood. The brush made it a little bit easier to remove all that. So once the live vein and the deadwood were all cleaned up, it was time to move to wiring the tree. So I just started from the bottom section of the tree and worked my way up. I always find that forming the base layer on the bottom of the tree is the most important when wiring, just because the rest of the tree will be based off of that. And now that I was happy with how the branches were set, I'm on to cleaning out the dirt a little bit on the deadwood, just using the mister again and the brush. And just to make sure that the lime sulfur sticks to the wood a little bit easier, you wet the wood a little bit with the mister or just some water before you brush it. And from here you just brush all the parts of the deadwood that you want to bleach with the lime sulfur. You just want to take care at this point not to hit the parts of the live vein, otherwise it'll bleach those parts as well. All right, so this tree is done now. The lime sulfur has set in really nice into this nice white color right here. The live vein right here was brushed with a little bit of water and just a brush just to get that red to come out a little bit brighter. And the foliage has been wired into their spots here just to create a sort of preliminary structure. So in this tree, what I did was I maintained the front of what John Naka had originally, which is right here. This is his front that he had. And I styled the tree around that front for now, so you can see that the foliage is coming down on this side of the tree. It's coming on that side of the tree as well. However, the front, I believe, should maybe be changed to this right here, this section right here in the future. I'll move it so you guys can see it. And right there, you guys can see a little bit more of this deadwood right here, a little bit of the twist, and also see this gin right here, this large gin right there. And what will happen is if family decides that they want to change the front, all this foliage will basically get moved to the side, and that just requires some wiring just to move that over to that side. It's not really a big deal. And then bring some of those branches over here as well. But for now, what we've done is we've kept the front as the original, so they move that back to its spot, and you guys can see how the foliage is laid out. And then another thing is, since this branch, which actually was originally standing straight up until we raffiated it down, it was set into this spot. So I'm gonna let this continue to grow because I have to basically build off of this branch right here. All this foliage right here will continue to grow, and I'll be able to fill in this back area a little bit more and also make this a little bit more full as the foliage comes in. But for now, I think this is a really nice start to this tree. We'll see what the family wants to do, if they want to switch the front. If they do, we'll design it again. But for now, I'm gonna leave this as is. I think it looks pretty nice. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that transformation. Let me know what your thoughts are on the front in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching.